Travis Wayne Goodsell. Still get to deal with this. Already collapsed on me once. The Case for Christ. Saw that movie yesterday. It intrigued me. YouTube forced the advertisement of it before watching another video. And it was set up in a manner in which, oh yeah, they're going to debunk Christianity. Cool. No. It's an anti-science movie. Yeah, literally. That's what Christianity is. They have to deny science. But I kept watching to the end. Except I had to skip when they prayed at the end. Oh, dear God. Not quite sure I'm convinced with character development, but it is the true story. The guy wrote the book, and Christians turned it into a movie. The guy is a journalist back in the 70s who was instrumental in my moving to Michigan, as my dad was able to get a job with a Ford Motor Company in their accounting department because of the scandal he exposed in an article that made him famous. The Ford Pinto. So a lot of memories came to mind because of that direct connection. The real person, even though it's played by an actor in this case, but it's based on the real person who is instrumental in my life. And so Christians would say, well, that's Jesus. No, because we can actually identify the individual players and what they did through the whole thing. And he gets a job working for the Chicago Tribune, and his wife decides to become Christian, and so that kind of freaks him out, and he's atheist. He thought his wife was too. And she decides to become Christian only because of their daughter, who chokes, and there just happened to be a nurse there at the restaurant who knew how to. They didn't really do the Heimlich. I think the Heimlich was known back then. I'm not quite sure. But the nurse was able to loosen and cough out the little candy that the girl was given and save her life. And the nurse was telling the couple that she was inspired to go to that restaurant, and thus blamed it on Jesus. So the wife decided to become Christian. And you got all the fallacy arguments, illogic, anti-science that the wife is now pulling. She's now practicing it in secret. She's going off with Alfie, the nurse, to church. She's not telling her husband. She's keeping it all a secret. She's learning about Christianity, learning about the scriptures, and lying to her husband, deceiving him. She's starting to change because she's lying and deceiving and secretly studying Christianity. And she's literally, you can see, she's destroying their marriage. She's causing contention. She's getting angry at her husband. And bad memories on that one too, with 2 failed marriages to Mormon women. And I guess Christians don't see that part in themselves, of how being Christian turns them into horrible, evil monsters. And they turn it around to make the atheist the bad guy. He's not denying science. He's not going along with the superstitious idol worship of an unknown deity that is to blame for all of the coincidences in life. If I were to come out and say, well, I read in this book about a guy named Samson. He had 2 failed marriages as well, so I relate to him. And so I've adopted my belief and my religious thinking around Samson. He's now my Christ. And I pray to Samson for guidance and protection, and he's always there for me. What's the difference? Neither Samson nor Jesus are around. They're both in the Bible. They're both saviors. And so I just, my own personal Samson. And Christians can't grasp that concept that you have to have forensics. The scriptures themselves tell us we need the physical reality. And the wife eventually is hooked on Ezekiel chapter 11, I believe. Let me pull it up here. Should have had it up for you in the beginning, but I didn't write it on my notes. And let's see. It's the heart of stone. Yep, there it is. Verse 19. Ezekiel 11:19. And I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, and will give them an heart of flesh. And of course she was thinking that her husband needed to change, that her husband had the heart of stone, not her. And yet what Christianity had done to her with the idol god Jesus, who doesn't exist, and there is no actual statue, though Christians have created the statue since, and the superstitious practices behind it, that's what Ezekiel is talking about, is a heart of stone, like an idol. You are an idol worshiper, and you need to embrace reality, the physical reality, a heart of flesh that you can feel, not the supernatural, superstitious feelings of idol worship. She totally misinterpreted the scripture that Alfie gave her to read. Alfie never explained scripture. She just, oh, there's this passage. Oh, what does it mean? Huh? I'll make whatever interpretation I want. Personal scriptures. Personal interpretation scriptures. Twist the meanings of the words, and you too can create your own doctrine. Start your own church. And so the field of agriculture, the seed, and all that, that's all based on science. Science of agriculture. I'm thinking agronomy, but yeah, those are scientific fields. You can know the truth by testing scientifically. And everybody misses that in Scripture, and have created this idolatrous, superstitious practice that dominates the world religions. And so, as much as it's an important video in regards to the role it played in history, and for me in my life, because my dad graduated from Berkeley, was able to move right over into Michigan to get a job working in the accounting firm for Ford, because of what he had exposed with the Ford Pinto. And so I, have my first memories are right there in Michigan, as went to kindergarten and then first grade at Miller Elementary School in Canton, Michigan, I believe was the place. But if I were to do a video of my life and my locations using the maps, would anybody care? Probably not. There have been a lot of changes. Corona, California has changed. Alberta with Lethbridge, they both just like completely new. It's like, we don't like this. We'll just change it. The hospital's gone. The fire department's gone. Our home is gone. The university was rebuilt. Dear God. And so, yeah, times have changed as we go on. But looking back on our life, we can see the stepping stones that we took through life and the results of our actions. When we make a choice, there are consequences. And as I told you yesterday, I'm here, which I'm still kind of curious as to whether or not marrying Leanne would have likewise gotten me here. But it would have been through a different manner, a different path than going with Stephanie. And so, yeah, but Stephanie was the one who took me up to Canada for free babies. Just go in the hospital, select what babies you want, and they pay you for the babies. They're so cute. So, yeah, it's... I can't say it's a wonderful life, but where's my angel who needs his wings? Send me an angel. There's the theme song for this video.